Bitcoin breaks back down currently below $15,000. The second day in a row, we called this. And what does this mean for Bitcoin? What can you anticipate to the upside and to the downside in the coming days? What's up, everyone? Welcome to Crypto Capital Venture. Hit that subscribe on the way in. Just check this out, everybody. This video right here, this was 2 days ago. We were talking about the first initial dip for Bitcoin. We got it, right? If we look at the charts, we got that dip almost just right after I uploaded the video. We came back up, tested a very key Fibonacci resistance channel. And then in yesterday's video, I talked about the next dip. You can see it there in the thumbnail. Everyone, the reason I'm doing that is because on this YouTube channel, I talk about dips. I talk about downside scenarios. I follow the data and I follow the rules of technical analysis to provide you the very best in terms of direction scenarios for Bitcoin, just to prepare you. Because at the end of the day, we need to be prepared for every scenario for Bitcoin. And you can see what happened after yesterday's video. We got a dip almost exactly to our targets. And so speaking of that target, let's take a quick look. So if we do get like some type of symmetrical triangle, meaning very short-term resistance here, and Bitcoin's getting ready actually in the hours ahead to go back down, what does that look like? And we can anticipate. We have a swing low now to this potential swing high happening now. We could have another swing low, I would say probably in the vicinity of 14,800 down to around 14,600. Okay, so that was yesterday's video, and you can see what happened. So let's pull out that Fibonacci retracement, because really in real time, this is kind of happening. This is a 6-hour candle in real time. We had our swing low that we initially got November 7th to our swing high to this potential Fibonacci support area we talked about in that video yesterday. This is the swing low, and you can see Bitcoin wicked right into our Fibonacci retracement, the 618 line right here down to the 786 line right here. So that, $14,800 or $14,900 area, we tested it. We fell into it. We didn't quite get down there to that 14,600. We still can, but right now Bitcoin's seeing immediate support. You can see it in this small wick on the 6-hour chart. And I think at this point, I'm getting very, very comfortable in terms of tracking this as a symmetrical triangle. Remember, we had our swing high November 5th. We had a swing high pretty much, actually, this 6-hour candle is actually on November 9th. So we have a swing high there. And look how close it is. I realize it's close. I realize we actually, we basically put in a close above our close here. But this wick was higher than what we did on this candle. And that's important because wicks really illustrate market sentiment. At the end of the day, we're looking for trend lines, right, at these candles. And you can see Bitcoin put in a very slightly lower high. This wick was higher. So there was a little bit more upward momentum before seeing initial stalling of Bitcoin. And we got a swing high here, rejection down to our key Fibonacci retracement that we're looking for our next higher low in terms of a symmetrical triangle. And you can see it setting up on this channel in this consolidation pattern. And so what's interesting is I think we started speculating about potential symmetrical triangle back here because Bitcoin falls into these very often as it decides what it's going to do next. And that's why we track these things. And that's why we utilize Fibonacci retracement to really track the momentum of Bitcoin. And we use Fibonacci retracement confluent with other things, such as the momentum on the daily charts, what the momentum looks like there, and even the momentum on weekly charts. Is there upside scenarios for Bitcoin to break Fibonacci retracements and resistance, Fibonacci resistance to the upside? Namely, our initial swing high November 5th to our swing low. Was there room for Bitcoin to truly break above this area? And you could just see Bitcoin, it just didn't do it, right? When we talked in yesterday's video about testing it, Bitcoin was like right around here. And briefly, Bitcoin got above, but failed to stay above. And that's what we need to see in terms of breaking Fibonacci resistance. Now, on the flip side, breaking Fibonacci support, it goes the same exact way, right? So currently we're testing this area, and there is a chance Bitcoin on the very short term maybe falls below, but pops back above. And that would be Bitcoin failing to really get a break below. But confluent with all of these things in terms of Fibonacci is the symmetrical triangle and these trend lines that we have now in play. We're going to be tracking these things. So breakout targets for these, to be more specific, I mentioned it briefly in yesterday's video. I mean, we're talking maybe just below $18,000 to the upside, and then to the downside, just below $13,000. So those are the targets for the symmetrical triangle, and there's a lot of things in play. So to the upside, I want to paint this picture for you. Let's go to the weekly chart. We've been talking about on this channel for so long the bull market doors, and I just want to illustrate for you where Bitcoin is in terms of the bull market doors, and Bitcoin is right in it. The Fibonacci retracement, the bull market high to the bear market low, and we are in this resistance area. Bitcoin breaking into the bull market will be Bitcoin breaking strongly above 16,300. So Bitcoin on this micro chart with a breakout target of almost $18,000 could break into the bull market. Now from there, we're going to probably see a lot of resistance, right? Maybe even a throwback like we got last time Bitcoin broke into the bull markets back in 2016 into 2017. That's what happened right here. Now, we have to be patient to track that, but Bitcoin can very well be on its way to breaking through those Bitcoin bull market doors we've been talking about on this channel for so long. Now, keep in mind that's to the upside, right? And Bitcoin does have room. We've already kind of confirmed when you're looking at the weekly RSI, there's room to the upside. Bitcoin, in that overbought bullish environment, really hovers up in that 90 area, if not 80. And currently right now, we've got a little bit of consolidation. We're down 73. A lot of room for Bitcoin to continue to the upside. So that's Bitcoin to the upside. Now, I mentioned a breakout target to the downside, just around 13,000, a little lower. What's down there? If you go to the daily chart and we're going to pay attention to right around $12,800. I'm going to just switch this to a daily chart so we can see. If we zoom out, you can see a couple areas. Number one is a very important swing high Bitcoin had in August, the middle of August. That lies right around 12,500. And just above that, 13,400 or so, Bitcoin, it is basically just this very average area of the swing high from last summer. So all in that channel, I would say 13,400 down to 12,500, really key area of support for Bitcoin if it's not going to just really capitulate like crazy for some reason. And you can see if Bitcoin does hit a target like that, there's a very good possibility. And let me zoom in on this daily chart a little bit. There's a very, very strong possibility that if Bitcoin hits a target to the downside somewhere in that vicinity, 12,800 or so, the 50-day moving average, the very crucial 50-day moving average by that time might be up in that area. That could be a very good support area for Bitcoin to come back down, touch it, continue to the upside, which Bitcoin does often. Another area, just real quick, I want to mention, I've been mentioning it a lot, the 20-week moving average on the weekly chart, currently around 11,500. There's a scenario too where that could kind of catch up to Bitcoin a little bit in the next week or so, depending on how slow Bitcoin consolidates right now. And Bitcoin could eventually dip to that area, potentially maybe 12,500 or so for a continuation to the upside. Zooming out on the weekly chart, Bitcoin does that, right? Especially in the last bull market, we see it time and time again, revisiting the 20-week moving average over and over again. Very much in play. The question is, how quick will that happen if Bitcoin does touch that? Will it happen in a more sideways environment, giving the 20-week moving average to come up a little bit? Because currently it's around 11,300 or something. Bitcoin would have to have a huge dip right now in order to touch that. This could happen over the next week, comes up a little bit, and we touch, the $12,500 area or something, hitting some targets that we're talking about on these micro charts. I hope you're following me, everybody. This is what we're tracking on the short term. Let me go back to the 6 hour just to kind of bring it all back together. And this is what we'll be tracking today to see what happens. Will Bitcoin continue to consolidate in this channel? Will Bitcoin come a little bit down, a little further down? Obviously we tested the 14,800. We're going to come down, test 14,500. Put in a swing low, and are we going to soon be talking about a new Fibonacci retracement, which would be a swing high that we just had not long ago to our current swing low? Let's put it, we can put it somewhere around here. Let's just say $14,600. You know what? Let's just do it where the wick has gone. Let's do it right there, 14,800 or so. Will Bitcoin bounce, currently off that support, maybe consolidate, go up a little bit, test the next Fibonacci retracement, 15,400 to around 15,600, and put in another swing high. And you can see Bitcoin will be getting squeezed and eventually getting squeezed into the apex of the symmetrical triangle somewhere over here. So is this consolidation going to continue? That's what I'm tracking on the short term. You got the targets, everyone. We continue to watch. Just know there is upward momentum available for Bitcoin. Traditional markets are doing something interesting. You can actually even see the fear index in terms of the volatility. S&P has been coming down. This could be on the short term, midterm, long term, really beneficial to Bitcoin. Bitcoin sometimes just doesn't do much while traditional markets are doing something. And then finally, Bitcoin catches up. So Bitcoin does have room for an explosion to the upside. Time will tell. Wanted to give you the targets, wanted to give you the anticipation of what to look for. Hit that subscribe, everyone, if you want this data pretty much on a daily basis. I try to do daily videos. Hit the subscribe. I truly appreciate you as we grow this channel. We're getting close to 50,000 subscribers. It's been fun. And hit the like button. It means a lot. I'll see you all in the next video. Have a great day, and God bless.